Hello, I'm going live so that I can help my Algebra 1 students. And this video is book 3 of Algebra 1, and we are doing page 37, numbers 13 through 16. Now, this concept is dividing polynomials. So we have a binomial is the divisor, and a polynomial is the dividend, okay? And so here we go. We have 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 7x plus 5 divided by 2x plus 5. Okay, and this one is not going to have a remainder. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to say, what can I multiply by 2x to get 2x cubed? So we already have a 2, so we're not going to need a number. And so it's going to be x squared. So 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. And then we have to multiply that also by the 5. So plus 5x squared. Now, the next row, we have to remember that we are subtracting. And when you subtract a polynomial, you have to make sure you distribute the negative sign or the minus sign to each term in your polynomial. So I'm going to subtract 2x cubed plus 5x squared, which means I have to distribute the minus sign to each term. So that's a negative 2x cubed and then a negative 5x squared. Now I can add. So positive plus a negative is 0. 7 minus 5 is 2x squared, or 7 plus negative 5. It's the same thing as 7 minus 5. Okay, and then I'm going to bring down the 7x. Now I'm going to, again, look at this and say, what can I multiply by 2x to get 2x squared? So it's going to be just x. So 2x times x is 2x squared plus 5x. Again, I have to distribute that minus sign. So I'm going to subtract this. So I go minus, minus. That cancels out to 0. Positive 2x squared minus 2x squared is 0. 7 minus 5 is 2x. And then I have plus 5. Okay, and we'll look at that. 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5. So 2x times what is 2x? 1. So I put plus 1. So I multiply that by 1, and then again, I change the signs, and I get 0. So that is the answer for number 13. Okay, and you can pause the video if you want, and you can redo it if you want. Now, I have recommended that if you're having trouble with it, copy down what I say and then write the problem on a separate sheet of paper, like a clear sheet of paper, and see if you can work that problem again right after you do it with me. See if that works. If you can't, peek at what you wrote out. And then, keep doing that until you can do it on your own. My next problem is number 14, and that is x plus 2, the divisor, x squared minus 3x minus 10 is my dividend. So here we go. What times x? Okay, it's going to be x times x is x squared. X times 2x is plus 2x. Distribute the minus signs. Negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5x minus 10. What times that is negative 5? It's going to be negative 5. Negative 5x minus 10. Okay, and now when I change the signs on that next row, I put them together and I get 0. So x minus 5 is my answer. And now for the check, x plus 2, x minus 5, x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x minus 10, okay? Now we are going to add them, x squared minus 3x minus 10. And that is the same as my dividend, okay? So that checks out. All right. Very good. So my next problem is number 15, x minus 2. Okay, now as you can see on this one, there's a big space. All right, we have a big space. So something's different about this one. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to say what times x is x to the fourth? That's going to be x cubed. X to the fourth, then we multiply it by negative 2x cubed. Okay, now remember, we still have to do the distributing the minus sign. So minus and plus. All right, so now that's going to cancel to 0, and I bring down my other term. Okay, so now I'm going to keep looking over here. What times x is 2x cubed? Plus 2x squared. So that's going to be 2x cubed minus 4x squared. As you can see, I have a whole number over here. So I'm still remembering that that's there, but I have nothing to subtract it from yet. So again, I'm going to change the signs. So this is going to be 0, and then I'm going to bring down a positive 4x squared. Okay? So now I'm going to say what times x is 4x squared? It's going to be plus 4x. And then I'm going to get 4x squared minus 8x. Subtract, oh, it's 4x squared. Okay, so then I change the signs again. And then I get 0 and then 8x. And it looks like maybe I'm going to use that minus 16. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that down. And I'm going to say what times x is 8x? It's going to be positive 8. So that's 8x minus 16. When I multiply that out, interesting. Change the signs and I get 0. Okay, so there you have it. This is a 2, x minus 2 right there. All right, so you can screenshot this, whatever you want to do. Redo the problem on your own without looking and see if you can do it. That's what I've recommended is, I only gave a few problems, but see if you can do that problem and then do it on your own without looking. Okay, so the next one, number 16. Here we go. It's 3b squared minus 4b plus 3 into 6b to the fourth plus 4b cubed minus 4b squared plus 4b plus 7. Now, I would recommend you have some room on your paper. You can do it. Sometimes if you do the problem and it doesn't make sense to you, do it on another piece of paper, write it out. And like correcting a problem is sometimes hard when you're just looking at what you already did. Sometimes you might make the same mistake over and you don't realize it. So right now I'm going to get started. I'm going to say what times b squared, 3b squared gets you 6b to the fourth? 3 times 2 is 6, and then b squared times b squared is b to the fourth. So I'm going to start out with 2b squared. So that's going to be 6b to the fourth minus, and that's 8b cubed plus plus 3 times 2, which is 6b squared. Now you just do it regular without changing any signs. So check it, 6b to the fourth minus 8b cubed plus 6b squared. Now the next row, you're going to subtract. So subtracting means you need to change the signs. You need to distribute the negative sign or the -1, however you want to say it. But I am subtracting this entire polynomial. So that means I have to change the signs of every polynomial. So this is a positive, change it to negative. It's negative, change it to positive, positive, change it to negative. That is very important. If you don't do that, you won't end up with the right answer. So positive 6 and negative 6 is 0. 8 plus 4 is 12b cubed. Negative 6 plus negative 4 is negative 10b squared. Okay? And then I have plus 4b plus 7. Just go ahead and bring that down. That's what I still have left. Now I'm, again, going to look at 12b cubed and say, what can I multiply by 3b squared to get 12b cubed? 3 times 4 is 12, so plus 4, and then a b. Okay, so that's 12b cubed minus 16b squared plus 12b. Again, distribute that negative. So minus, plus, minus. This goes to 0. Positive 16 minus 10 is 6b squared. Negative 12 and 4 is negative 8b plus 7. Okay? All right, and now we're going to do, let's see, 3 times 2, and then we already have a b squared. So it's going to be plus 2. So on this one, we're going to go 2 times 3b squared is 6b squared minus 8b plus 6. And now remember, we have to change all the signs. So minus, plus, minus, and then this cancels to 0, 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. Now this one does have a remainder of 1. And you are done. Okay, that is the answer to number 16. All right, so very good. That one does have a remainder. We're going to go on to number 17. 5y plus 2 into 5y cubed plus 2y squared plus 5y plus 2. Okay, what can I multiply by 5y to get 5y cubed? We're going to multiply by y squared. 5y cubed plus 2y squared. Change the signs, minus, minus. 0, 0. Those both cancel out. I'm left with 5y plus 2. What times 5y plus 2 gets 5y plus 2? 1. And we are done. We already know that this is going to be 0. And we are done, okay? So that is how you do number 17. Number 18, 8a plus 7b, 24a squared plus 5ab minus 14b squared, okay? So now we're going to do this again. 8 times what is 24a? 3a. That'd be 24a squared plus 7 times 3 is 21. A, B. Change the signs. 0, and then negative 16AB. Bring down the next term. And now we have 2 times 8. So now it's a negative 16, so it's going to be a negative 2. Negative, let's see, negative 16, it's going to be 2b, negative 2b, because it's going to be 2 times 8 is 16. Times a times b, and then minus 14b squared. And when I change the signs, they're all going to cancel out to 0. So this is your final answer. And there's no remainder either. Okay, that is number 18. Might as well do the last two. 19 is x minus y into x cubed minus 2xy squared plus y cubed. Okay, what times x is x cubed? It would be x squared. X cubed minus x squared y. I don't have an x squared y here. So change all the signs, bring down x squared y minus 2xy squared plus y cubed. Then I have x times what is x squared y. So plus x, okay, plus xy. So x squared y minus xy squared. And you can see I do have an xy squared term there. Okay, so now I change the signs and I get negative 1 xy squared plus y cubed. And then I'm going to do what times xy squared times x is going to be a negative y squared. That would give me negative xy squared plus y cubed, because a negative times a negative is positive. Now I change the signs, add them up, everything turns to 0. And that is my final answer. And you can check it. Okay, you check it by multiplying this times this. All right, and that is number 19. The last one on this page is number 20. Number 20 is a minus 6 into 3a cubed minus 20a squared plus 16a minus 24. So what times 3a? What times a is 3a squared? 3a squared. What times a is 3a cubed? That's going to be 3a cubed minus 18a squared. So change the signs, and you get negative 2a squared plus 16a minus 24. All right, and I'm going to go negative 2a squared plus 12a, okay? And then we change all the signs. So this turns to 0. 16 minus 12 is 4a minus 24. 4 times a is 4a. So 4a minus 24. And so change the signs and it all cancels to 0. All right, and you can check your work by multiplying this by this. And you are done. So that is page 37, 13 through 20. Let me know if you have any questions.